Grand rising, my beautiful kings and queens. As you see, I feel much better today. It's your girl, Mell B, live on Lux Radio Network. It is Tuesday, December 9th, and Tuesday we're serving good vibes only. So today is all about celebrating the big wins, big or small, and finding joy in the everyday. Whether it's a smile from a stranger, hopefully it's a cute one, and a call from a friend, or just the fact that you made it through Monday. There's always something good to hold on to. So tell me something good. Tuesday is a reminder that gratitude fuels greatness, and we're here to spread it. So on to our affirmation of the day. And I read, I am capable, I am focused, and I have everything I need to conquer this week. Amen. All right, our word of the day is cudgel. It means to persuade someone with flattery or gentle urging. Or it's also can be coaxing with charm. All right. And our phrase origin of the day is everybody and their dog. An informal idiom, a variant of everybody and his brother, used since the 19th century to exaggerate how many people are involved. The phrase humorously suggests that not only people, but even their pets are a part of the crowd, emphasizing ubiquity or popularity. Now, I don't know where y'all from, but I never heard nobody say everybody and their brother or everybody and their dog. Where I come from is everybody and their mama was there, that type of thing. All right, on to our top news headlines of our favorite cities around the globe, starting with New York. A federal judge orders the release of a high-profile immigrant who has documented ties to White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. Oh boy. Los Angeles. Orange County residents gather for a packed meeting to receive details on the controversial Trump administration plan to reopen the California coast for new oil drilling. Oh, this man, I tell you. Chicago. The legal firm behind the Ice Block app files a lawsuit against the Trump administration, alleging undue pressure was put on Apple to remove the immigration tracking application. Atlanta. State Senator Colton Moore formally announces his bid for the congressional seat currently held by Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene as a political jockeying for the position heats up. Houston. The Better Business Bureau issues a consumer alert warning residents of new tap to pay and general identity theft scams targeting holiday shoppers across the city. Oh, they starting early, y'all. Washington, D.C. Congress begins to move to mandate a report from the Trump administration detailing the use of military bases in connection with immigration detention efforts by ICE. Boy, this man is trying. Boy, I tell you, he's just doing too much. Miami. The Miami Beach restaurant Carbone is named the nation's highest earning independent restaurant for 2024, reportedly generating over $51 million in revenue. Ooh-wee. What they serve. Tampa. The city of Tampa officially calls for developers to submit proposals for the sale and future redevelopment of the downtown police headquarters property. And good morning, Dad. I found you, Newport Richie. The revival of St. Petersburg Historic Science Center moves forward after the city council approves the sale of the property to the St. Pete STEM Group. Milwaukee. Good morning, Reed. The National Park Service faces backlash for dropping free admission on MLK Day and Juneteenth while adding President Trump's birthday to the list of free admission days. Y'all know how I said to, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. That one right there. For his birthday, Lord, Okay, Jackson, Mississippi. The integration of AI into healthcare delivery is being explored as a potential solution for the enhancing services in rural Mississippi, though concerns over the emerging technology persist. Vancouver. Opposition BC conservatives call on the Premier J.A.B to reconvene the legislature immediately to address and potentially repeal the controversial declaration of the Indigenous Peoples Act. Toronto. Air transit passengers face a second day of travel uncertainty as the airline continues suspending flights in preparation for a looming 3 a.m. Wednesday strike deadline by 750 pilots. Whoa. Let's up Jamaica. Kingston. The government announces that it will lobby major shipping companies to assist in providing housing solutions and the National Housing Trust will assume some families displaced by Hurricane Melissa. Montego Bay. Local news coverage focuses on a widespread leptospirosis outbreak, which is a potentially serious bacterial disease that affects both humans and animals. It is considered the most widespread zoonotic disease in the world, meaning it is transmitted from animals to humans, and rising case numbers following recent flooding and heavy rains. Ocho Rios. The Jamaican government highlights a major boost plan for the agricultural sector to ensure long-term national food security. Negril. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett hails the rapid recovery and investment in the region, confirming that Negril is on track to fully reopen for business by December 15th. Cayman Islands. Cayman Islands livestock is officially determined to be at low risk for avian flu following new agricultural monitoring protocols. Bahamas. Parliament engaged in a continuous debate over a proposed and controversial bill aimed at cracking down on migrant smuggling operations in the region. And Nigeria. President Bola Tinubu holds closed-doors talks with 6 governors from the All Progressives Congress, or the APC, amid increasing national security concerns and internal political dynamics. And in Ghana, the Speaker of Parliament, Bob Ben, pushes for a new structured mentorship program to guide and provide greater support for the first-term members of Parliament. All right, on to our weather. All right, New York, cold and partly cloudy, high near 45 and a low around 34. Los Angeles, mild and sunny, high near 68 and a low around 52. Chicago, cloudy with light snow showers. Ooh, that S word. High near 38, but a low around 29. Atlanta, mostly sunny, high near 58 with a low around 42. Houston, partly cloudy, high near 64 with a low around 50. DC, cloudy with scattered showers, high near 49 and a low around 37. Miami, warm and humid, scattered showers, but a high near 82 and a low of 72. Tampa, mostly sunny, high near 80, low around 68. Newport Richey, similar to Tampa, as always, mostly sunny and high near 79 and a low around 67. Milwaukee, cold and the S word, high near 34 and a low around 26. Ooh. Jackson, Mississippi, mild and partly cloudy, high near 61 and low around 40. Vancouver, rainy with a high of near 46 and a low around 39. Toronto, cold and cloudy, high near 36 and a low around 28. Kingston, mostly sunny with a high near 86 and a low around 75. And Montego Bay, sunny with sunny with light breezes, high near 85 and low around 74. Ocho Rios, mostly sunny with a high of 85 and a low around 76. And Negril, mostly sunny with a high of 85 and a low of 75. Cayman Islands, patchy rain possible, high near 80 and a low around 80. So it's going to stay the same all day. Bahamas, mostly cloudy with showers, high of 76 and a low of 72. Nigeria, sunny and hot, high near 96 with a low of 71. And Ghana, mostly sunny, high of 89 and a low of 78. All right, on to our sports recap. In Monday Night Football last night, we had the Chargers over the Eagles, 22-19 in OT. And in the NBA, we had the Pacers over the Kings, 116-105. The Suns over the Timberwolves, 108-105. And the Spurs over the Pelicans, 135-132. And in the NBA tonight, we have the Heat versus the Magic at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Prime. And then we have the Knicks and the Raptors at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on Prime as well. All right, on to our daily feature, which is Tell Me Something Good Tuesday. And I'm spotlighting tiny homes with big hopes for veterans. Today's good news is about tiny homes making a big difference. Across the country, communities are building villages where homeless veterans live rent-free, receive counseling, and rebuild their lives. In Tennessee, students and volunteers build Heroes Hill. In Milwaukee, a new 40-unit village is rising. And nationwide, the Veterans Community Project is proving that when compassion meets accountability, hope becomes a home. Tiny homes, big hope. That's the power of community. So the background in this program is its homelessness among veterans remains very high compared to the general population. Many face challenges with trauma, addiction, and the transition from military to civilian life. So the initiatives are the Veterans Community Project, or the VCP, headquartered in Kansas City, has expanded nationwide, building 240 square foot furnished homes where veterans live rent-free while participating in case management programs. The average stay is about 335 days, during which veterans receive mental health counseling, job training, and support for independent living. In Knox County, Tennessee, Mayor Glenn Jacobs launched Heroes Hill, a community of 20 tiny homes built through donations and volunteer labor. Students from local schools and formerly incarcerated citizens helped construct the homes, gaining real-world training and second chance opportunities. And in Milwaukee, VCP broke ground on a 40-unit village in October, offering transitional housing and on-site veteran services to veterans struggling with homelessness. So the extended impact of this is zero rent, full accountability. Veterans pay no rent, but commit to programs that help them rebuild their lives. The balance is of compassion and responsibility that has led an 85% success rate among participants. The community involvement, these projects unite diverse groups, students, tradespeople, nonprofits, and local governments, creating a ripple effect of empowerment. And also restoring dignity. Beyond shelter, these villages provide a sense of belonging. Veterans often report loneliness after leaving the military. Tiny home communities create the team-oriented environment they miss. With support from donors, governments, and volunteers, these villages are designed to be replicated nationwide, offering a blueprint for tackling veteran homelessness. That's awesome. What a great program. All right, on to our book club where we're reading The 18 Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. And today's law is the law of conformity, which is how group influence shapes or choices and often silences individuality. So humans instinctively mirror group behavior, often at a cost of authenticity. Greene highlights how conformity can lead to herd mentality and poor decision-making. Awareness of this law helps us resist pressure and stay true to ourselves. So in business, question trends and group think before following the crowd. Innovation comes from independent thought. And in life, embrace authenticity even when it feels risky. Your uniqueness is your strength. So the law of conformity reminds us that while blending in is easy, standing out builds legacy. That's today's book club insight, because wisdom isn't just for reading, it's for living. All right, our cause of the day, I wanted to give a little bit more explanation and detail on what is um, leptospirosis, which, like I said before, is a bacterial infection. Well, a bacteria, a spiral-shaped bacteria. It is pretty much found. Many wild and domestic animals carry the bacteria without showing any symptoms. Example are rodents, rats, cattle, pigs, dogs, and wildlife. The bacteria reproduce in the kidneys of these animals and are then shed in their urine. So it occurs worldwide, but is most common in tropical and subtropical climates with high rainfall. Outbreaks often occur after heavy rainfall or flooding when the bacteria when the bacteria spreads through contaminated water. So the bacteria um, are spread primarily, like I said, through the urine of infected animals. Humans can be infected when they come in contact with contaminated water or soil, which can also be wading, swimming, or rafting in fresh water like lakes, rivers, or ponds that have been contaminated with infected animal urine. Walking through contaminated wet soil or mud, and risk is significantly higher during or after floods. So I guess that's why it's really high in Jamaica right now. The entry points, the bacteria enters the body through either cuts, scrapes, or abrasions on the skin, the mucous membranes of the eyes, nose, or the mouth. So direct contact, which is less common, is directly touching the urine or the other bodily fluids except saliva of the infected animal. And person-to-person transmission is extremely rare. So the symptoms in humans can range from mild flu-like symptoms to a severe life-threatening condition. Symptoms typically develop 2 to 30 days after exposure, averaging about 10 days, and often occurs in 2 phases. The first phase is flu-like illness, which often has sudden high fever, headache, chills, severe muscle aches, especially in the calves and the thighs, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, red eyes. And the phase 2 is more of a severe illness, whereas you would have like jaundice, kidney failure, liver failure, meningitis, and bleeding problems and lung complications. Treatment involves antibiotics like doxycycline or penicillin, and is most effective when started early. So if you have any of these symptoms and a history of exposure to potentially contaminated water or animals, it is crucial to consult a healthcare provider immediately. So if you're going to anywhere or sudden Jamaica, for instance, anytime soon, you might want to take precautions. And if you do start feeling sick while you're there or once you come back, please consult a healthcare provider ASAP. All right, on to today in history. December 9th in 1979, smallpox declared eradicated. The World Health Organization announced the eradication of smallpox, the first human disease eliminated by vaccination. And in 1965, A Charlie Brown Christmas aired. The beloved holiday special debuted, despite network doubts, becoming a cultural classic. Has that come on yet, y'all? I can't. I have to watch that. Charlie Brown Christmas and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Those are all classics. And yes, I may be seasoned, but yes, I still like the classics. And third, we have in 1824, the Battle of, oh my goodness, Ayacucho. I know I'm not saying that right. I have to have one word I don't say right every day. That's going to be it right now. So the Battle of Ayacucho in 1824 was a revolutionary forces under Antonio Sucre defeated Spain, securing Peru's independence and ending Spanish rule in South America. All right, on to our African American history. We have PBS, Pinchback becomes governor in 1872. Pinchback became the first African American governor in a U.S. state of Louisiana, serving briefly after the impeachment of Governor Warmoth. In 1919, Roy DeCarva was born. DeCarva, the first Black photographer awarded a Guggenheim Fellowship, captured Harlem life with artistry and dignity. And Red Fox was born today in 1922. Comedian John Elroy Sanford, known as Red Fox, was born. He later starred in Sanford and Son, shaping the Black representation in television comedy. Rest in peace, Mr. Fox. All right, on to our African American scientists and inventors. First up, we have Emmett Chappell, biochemist at NASA, who discovered that all living organisms emit light under certain chemical reactions, advancing bioluminescence research. Next up, we have Rodney Atkins, electrical engineer and IBM executive who helped develop the IBM ThinkPad and became the company's first African American senior VP. And last, we have George Edward Alcorn Jr., physicist who invented an imaging X-ray spectrometer, earning NASA's Inventor of the Year award. All right, on to our Back to Roots segment, where today we are spotlighting music. So today's Back to Roots dives into African music, the rhythm of survival and resistance. African traditions of drumming, polyrhythms, and the griot storytelling survived slavery. Instruments like the banjo trace directly to African prototypes. Music was coded communication and resistance. Spirituals carried hidden escape messages. Blues and jazz expressed struggle and joy. Music unified communities, preserved oral history, and fueled resistance. In modern day African American music birthed global genres: jazz, gospel, blues, R&B, hip hop, transforming world culture. Today, music is a living archive of African heritage, shaping identity and global art. Music is our living archive, preserving history, fueling joy, and shaping global culture. Back to Roots reminds us that every beat carries the story of resilience and creativity. All right, on to our Factor Fiction. Today we are spotlighting an urban legend, the urban legend of the Pig Hill Mystery. So in Meadville, Pennsylvania, local lore tells of Pig Hill, where women mysteriously disappeared, tied to legends of pig-like people haunting the area. So the facts: the legend inspired novels and films, including Pig Hill, came out this year apparently, which dramatizes the eerie disappearances. So urban legends often emerge from real disappearances or fears, blending folklore with fact. So Factor Fiction, Pig Hill shows how communities turn tragedy into legend, blurring reality with myth. This reminds me of that movie. What is that? The Hills Have Eyes. I guess that's the movie. If anybody's seen that. All right, on to word. What's the word? Today it's Threads Ghost Post. Threads introduced ghost posts, disappearing text updates that vanish after 24 hours. So, the role in social media is they encourage spontaneity and authenticity, reducing pressure to curate permanent content. Posts appear in bubble style displays and are saved privately for the creator. Younger users are embracing ghost posts for candid thoughts, memes, and fleeting commentary. So why does it matter? It reflects a cultural shift toward digital immerments, where fleeting content feels more genuine. So I've never seen a ghost post. Anybody's ever seen a ghost post? If I did, I didn't. I probably just didn't know what it was. It was like, where did that go? I guess they just disappear. Inspector Gadget. All right, tech tip of the day, Windows 11 December update features. So Microsoft rolled out its final Windows 11 update of 2025 today. So the new features will be dark mode improvements in the File Explorer, redesigned start menu and search consistency, share with Copilot option directly from the taskbar, and virtual workspaces for easier multitasking. So, advice: update your system promptly to access these features and security patches. Staying current ensures smoother workflows and stronger protection against vulnerabilities. Oh no, another update. All right, our finance tip of the day is simplify with good enough finance moves. CNBC highlights the good enough approach. Consistent savings and simple strategies beat chasing perfection. Reverse budgeting, automatically saving 10 to 20% of your income, and index investing are key. So, helpful tools to help you do this would be YNAB, You Need a Budget, or Mint for reverse budgeting. These are apps. And a low cost index fund via Vanguard or Schwab. Why it matters? Simplification frees time and energy while still achieving long term financial goals. So, make your money work for you. All right, our fun fact of the day is the first text message. On December 9th in 1992, engineer Neil Papworth sent the world's first text message reading, can y'all guess what it was? Merry Christmas. The message was sent from a computer to a Vodafone mobile phone, marking the beginning of SMS technology. This innovation revolutionized communication, paving the way for instant messaging apps and social media platforms to rely on today. And our fun holiday of the day, today is National Pastry Day. Pastries date back to ancient Egypt and Greece, evolving through French and Viennese traditions into the croissants, danishes, and baklava we know today. Pastries are cultural markers. French pastries, Middle Eastern baklava, and Latin American, I can never say this word, empanadillas. I know that's not right. All tell stories of migration and trade. Pastry baking combines art and science. Laminated dough layers, yeast fermentation, and sugar crystallization. So, fun tip of the day for it: try baking a new pastry style at home or visit a local pastry to explore global flavors. All right, our quote of the day. Quote, design your own future or somebody else will design it for you. End quote. That was by Stokely Carmichael, a civil rights leader and Pan-African activist. Kwame Ture, was a key figure in SNCC and the Black Power movement. His words emphasize agency and self-determination, reminding us that empowerment comes from shaping our own path rather than letting systems dictate it. All right, on to our music and entertainment. Today, Big Sean and Usher invest in Detroit youth. Big Sean and Usher invested $1 million in a Detroit production facility for kids, giving access to music and media training. This shows how artists reinvest in their communities using wealth and influence to empower the next generation. So from the stage to the classroom, Big Sean and Usher are building futures in Detroit. And on to our celebrity gossip. Coco Jones and Donovan Mitchell go public. Singer Coco Jones confirmed her engagement to NBA star Donovan Mitchell after months of speculation when they were spotted at an Usher concert. Coco Jones balances privacy with public artistry, using her music as an outlet while keeping parts of her personal life guarded. A lesson in celebrity boundary setting. All right, on to the lifestyle segment. Our soul food recipe today is Hoppin' John, a low country dish of black eyed peas, rice, and smoked meat, traditionally eaten for luck and prosperity. Are we supposed to eat that on New Year's? I think I remember hearing something like that. Our beverage of the day is apple cinnamon infused water. And our men's health tip: stretch daily to reduce lower back pain from sedentary work. Well, that can be a men or women's health tip right there, because we all need to stretch to reduce that lower back pain. Because lower back pain is no joke. Women's health tips: schedule those annual mammograms, ladies. Relationship tips for the day for couples: set aside tech-free time to reconnect face to face. If you can stand looking at their face today. Friendships: plan a short outing or coffee catch up. And family: cook a meal together. Bonding thoroughly shared through bonding through shared tasks. If you want to eat, you got to cook. And our household chore today is rotate and vacuum mattress for better sleep hygiene. You can't sleep on that mattress for 5-10 years and not clean it, flip it, something. Replace it, something. I know people that have slept on their mattress, same mattress for 20 years. I just could not do it. All right, on to our daily horoscopes. As we always start with Aries. Relationships need patience. Listen more than speak. Your lucky numbers today are 7, 14, and 22. Taurus, career growth is possible. Network wisely. Your lucky numbers are 4, 19, and 25. Gemini, friendships strengthen. Plan a gathering. Your lucky numbers today are 9, 14, and 23. Cancer, career recognition is possible. Stay humble. Your lucky numbers are 6, 11, and 29. Leo, relationships thrive. Plan a date night. Hint, hint, someone. Lucky numbers 7, 15, and 26. Virgo, career progress. Attention to details matter. So your lucky numbers today are 5, 17, and 28. Libra, career balance. Collaboration is key. Your lucky numbers today are 7, 16, and 29. And Scorpio, career breakthroughs, embrace change. Your lucky numbers are 4, 19, and 31. Sagittarius, career expansion. Take bold steps. Your lucky numbers today are 9, 15, and 26. Capricorn, career recognition. Hard work rewarded. Your lucky numbers are 8, 19, and 30. And Aquarius, friendships thrive. Collaborate creatively. Your lucky numbers are 2, 18, and 30. And Pisces, career intuition. Trust your instincts. Your lucky numbers today are 8, 16, and 29. All right, on tomorrow's show, we have Women in Business, where I will be spotlighting the one and only Rihanna. Plus, I'll have lifestyle tips to keep us balanced midweek. So join us tomorrow in honoring a woman that has made waves in business and beyond. All right, now I would like to thank our sponsors. First up, we have Bello Burn Hot Sauce. Turn up the flavor, feel the burn. Bellow Burn brings heat to every bite. Next, we have RAS Herbals, rooted in tradition, powered by nature. RAS Herbals keeps wellness pure and strong. Next, we have Calorane Candles, light the moment, lift the mood. Clarion Candles, glow with soul. And last but not least, Universal Madness, style without limits. Universal Madness makes the streets your runway. All right, announcements for the day. Once again, we'll be announcing that our Christmas concert will be held December 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Lux Radio, and the concert is free. Also, remember to watch tonight, Kick Back with Cookie, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Lux Radio Network on all platforms, except TikTok for right now. All right, Tuesday morning has just begun. Today you will survive the chaos, dodge the drama, and still look fabulous doing it. So keep that same energy all day. So until tomorrow, my kings and queens, this is your girl Mel B, where I say what? Can't hear you. Anyway, stay fly, stay grounded, and don't let nobody steal your shine. Period.